Hey class, so I'm going to show you how to interpret your MBTI results. So the third page is really what you want to pay attention to. This is a summary of your MBTI results. And so what you'll see is that based on your responses to the questions on the assessment that you took last week, you will have personality preferences that is said to best suit you. Okay, or match, who you are. And so the first row says where you focus your attention to. So you'll either be an E for extroverted or an I for introverted. The second letter you should receive is based on the way you take in information. So S is for sensing and I is for intuition. The third letter that you'll receive is based on the way you make decisions. So you're either more of a thinker or a feeler. And then the fourth letter that you receive is based on how you deal with the outer world. And so you'll either receive a J or a P. J is for judging and P is for perceiving. So if it helps, because I know that some of you may be visual learners, please watch the videos from Module 3. They do a really good explanation of explaining what these different letter codes really mean. And they provide really good visuals and examples of, what someone who is extroverted is like versus someone who is introverted, someone who is sensing versus intuitive, thinking versus feeling, judging versus perceiving. So please make sure you're watching the videos on Module 3 in case you need more clarification of what that means. This area, clarity of reported preferences. So what I want you to know is that for each of these personality preferences, you'll receive a score on a spectrum. And so some of you might really feel like you're kind of in the middle, or you might be both. So maybe you feel like sometimes you're extroverted, sometimes you're introverted. That is totally okay. What it's showing you is that you might sway one way more than the other. And so this is a good visual for you to see in terms of how much more you're swaying towards one personality preference over the other. On page 4, this shows the kind of preferred work tasks and preferred work environments based on your personality preferences. So, read through it and see what resonates with you. I like the end of each page because it talks about action steps that you can take to really identify what would be helpful for your career development based on your personality preferences. Page 5 shows your strengths and how that will help you in your career development. It'll also show you the challenges as well as suggested strategies. So again, this will help you learn more about yourself. Page 6 talks about how your style has probably helped you develop strengths and what those strengths are. And again, it'll show you the different challenges that you may have and suggested strategies to overcome those challenges. So make sure you read through that. Page 7 shows job families and occupations for your personality preference. And so once you get to page 8, it'll show you the most attractive job families based on your personality preference. And it also starts showing you the least attractive jobs. So this should also provide some clarification about areas you may want to avoid based on your personality preferences. but also areas that you might want to explore more during this week's module. Page 9 shows the most popular occupations for your personality preferences. And so feel free to explore that list. And then the last page shows the least popular occupations for your personality preference, and why that is. Okay. So feel free to read through this. This is, again, supposed to allow you to explore more of your personality preferences and what personality types, what jobs may be a good fit with your personality preferences. And in this week's module, you will be doing further interpretation of your personality preferences and explore what careers may be fitting and why. But for this video, I really just wanted to show you how to navigate and read through your results.